looking to buy a new home within the next few months? Well, before you start looking, why not consider getting a mortgage first? You might think it's putting the cart before the horse, but that's not necessarily true, because with the new rules that are in place, it may get easier to be pre-approved before getting that new home. And Frank Napolitano from Mortgage Brokers Ottawa joins us with all the answers for us this morning. Now, I know we have these new rules that are in place. Why is it so important to get pre-approved?
Well, because the lenders today are looking at documentation much more closer than they ever did before. So even somebody that might appear to be full-time, they'll do a research on that person. We have one right now that we're working with that he gave us a pay stub for a 1 week, and he worked 51 hours, and they questioned, why is he working 51 hours if he's full-time? He should only be working 40 hours. That's the kind of stuff that they look at today. So. And the other thing that we're hearing is we're having realtors call us and say, can you help us out here? Because this customer was told by their bank that they were pre-approved. But so we put an offer in on it, and all of a sudden they're not approved. So
is that kind of one of the faux pas that you're seeing right now when people are pre-approved?
If you're getting pre-approved and you've provided either your bank or your mortgage broker not one piece of documentation, it's what we call in our industry a very soft pre-approval. It's really a rate lock. It's not really a pre-approval, because if we're not getting the paperwork from you, which is your income confirmation, doing your credit check as an example. Some banks don't even do credit checks. They pre-approve people before they do credit checks. And we'll talk about it the next segment, but how important a credit score is in determining whether you're even, if the door is even open for you to get qualified for a mortgage.
And speaking of those factors, that's one of the major 3 factors that you have to be aware of is your credit score. Because, I mean, it can change once you get your credit checked, correct?
Well, it could change, if you get and in the meantime you've gone out and gotten another credit card and maybe purchased a car because your car broke down, well, now that changes the pre-approval altogether. But more importantly, your score is so important, whether it opens that door or not, for you to be able to get to that next step. 3 things. People call me all the time. How do I get pre-approved? You've got 3 things. Income, your job stability comes into play, your credit, very, very important that the credit, and then the down payment.
Now, let's say somebody's out there shopping around to get pre-approved.
Yep.
Like, what's that one bit of advice that you would give them as far as when they go in to sit down with the lender? What's a way they should approach that?
Well, I'll tell you what I hear. I hear customers say to me, well, my bank said that you're going to pull a credit check, and they already pulled my credit check, so I shouldn't go anywhere else to get pre-approved. And that is so wrong. People don't shop around to get pre-approved. People shop around to get a better rate. And you have a right as a consumer to get a better rate. But once you get pre-approved, it doesn't stop you from getting, if one bank pre-approves you, should you go to another bank? Why not? Why not? But make sure you're going to get a better rate if you're going to go to that other bank. But that's what the mortgage broker does. And people say, like, why a mortgage broker? Because a mortgage broker will pull one credit check, and we have access to 30 lenders. So therefore, we don't have to go. Each lender doesn't have to pull a credit check on you.
So right now, when you look at the rates that are available now, what are some of the rates that are ongoing that people can take advantage of?
They've gone up since last time that I was here a couple of weeks ago, but we still have one lender out there and it's a credit union, that has not changed their rates in the last month. So we still have a high ratio purchase at 304, a conventional purchase at 309, which is 20% down or more. But standard across the board, you'll see anywhere between 339 and 369 right now. So that's a big gap. From a year ago, we were at 269. So therefore, we've seen that rates have gone up almost 1% in the last 12 months. And if you've got a mortgage coming up in the next 4 months, don't sit and wait for your bank to call you. Either call them and try to early renew, or else call a mortgage broker who can lock a rate in for you for 4 months. And therefore, you've got some time to see what happens with the rates over the next few months.
Yeah, well, Frank, we thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure.
And to get more information, make sure you go to Mortgage Brokers Ottawa and get more information, get pre-approved today, and just understand that each time you go to get pre-approved and they pull your credit check, it affects your credit scores. So make sure you go to a one-stop shop that can take care of everything for you.